Hello, Manifestors. This is AyaoftheDawn. Thank you so much for joining me, all you temple gods and goddesses. You are entering into the temple of the sun, and I am here to give you a human design reading. I'm going to clap 3 times to clear out stale energy or energy from the last reading I did and make way for messages for manifestors in October. Okay, and I'm going to just smudge a little bit. I'm going to use this. For you. Okay. And we're going to focus on the Shri Yantra for your highest good, for your purpose, for your path, for your happiness, financial stability, peace of mind. While I go into the space for manifestors. Okay, so the first thing that popped into my mind was work. You guys would like to know about work. What is going on with my stands? You guys are getting further and further. I see what's happening. I'm pushing the cart, and this lovely pot is getting pushed up against the wall. Okay, work. What's the question, though? What would you guys like to know about work? Are you working too hard? Not enough work on the things that you would like to do, maybe, right? Work. What about it? It's like, can I stop working? Are you feeling exhausted about work and your work? So what's the question? So you guys need to know, how can you live your purpose? Really. You know, you're feeling a little bit miserable when it comes to work, and you would like to get out of that space. So let's look at that. Manifestors. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Okay. It's amazing. So the universe wants you to know that you have already mastered yourself when it comes to making the magic happen. These 2 cards together are like every MFing thing to me. Like, this is like the energy of being able to write your own book, like making your own fairy tale, making your life happen, and waving a magic wand and creating a world that is so beautiful and magical that, you know, it's in the It's from the mystic world itself, where unicorns and fairies and a trail actually lives, and then manifesting it. Like you're getting your messages maybe from ascended masters, maybe you're architect, you're a spiritual architect where you can like build with your mind, with your like from your avatar. It's like you know who you are and you know how to play, and you want to play. You're really playful with your energy. And I'm seeing that maybe that's a side of you that you don't never really get to show. Maybe you're like always like in this ancient energy and you don't get to, and maybe you're stressed out because you don't get to pull out this card that much, like the Sacred Clown card. And that's an interesting mix, but it actually does go together because the master energy is like silly. When you know who you are, you do kind of just sit back and laugh because there's really nothing that you can do about anything. It's about letting go of control and allowing and letting things be, letting yourself be, and letting things unfold. Now, when it comes to being playful, I feel like this is like the perfect combination of what Osho did with his commune, Rajan, with the Rajneesh or whatever, when they went to Oregon. He that was definitely mystical play, like making the world a magical place, and trying to create a city that was all love and harmony. You know, that's against the rules. And so here we have this energy that's telling you that's against the rules. Like, how dare you think that you can create and architect that type of world or society with meaning and purpose, but light and playful? How dare you? And so you might have people and energies that are within you as within. So without as above, so below. Do not take yourself off the hook and take responsibility for dealing with this cruel energy inside of you. Do you catch yourself being judgy of people who are capable of doing this? Because you're judging yourself if you do. Are you really hard on people who would like to create a society full of love, peace, and harmony? Because if you are, you're judging yourself. That's something that you want to do. And you might be in denial about like who you really are and what you're here to do, and like how bad you actually want it, and like what you're willing to go through to have it. You might suppress all of this energy. This is a card of suppression. You might suppress all this energy like really hard and compact inside of you because you're afraid, you know? Excuse me. I'm going to read this, the Master card for you, if I may. So you're not the only person to get this card. For human design, almost all of the human design playmates have gotten the MasterCard either upright or reversed. I think you might, no, let me not say that. I was about to say maybe you might be the only one to not have it reversed, but I don't know. The Master Zen is not a master over others, but a master of himself. His every gesture and his every word reflect his enlightened state. He has no private goals, no desire that anything should be other than the way it is. His disciples gather around him not to follow him, but to soak up his presence and be inspired by his example. In his eyes, they find their own truth reflected, and in his silence, they fall more easily into the silence of their own beings. The master welcomes the disciples not because he wants to lead them, but because he has so much to share. Together, they create an energy field that supports each unique individual in finding his or her own light. If you can find such a master, you are blessed. If you cannot, keep on searching. Learn from the teachers and the world and the would-be masters and more on. Shirveshi, Shirveshi, said Gautam Buddha. Keep on moving. Yes. And I know that that's a true master. Like someone that's not telling you who you are, what you're going to do, and trying to control your life because they can't control theirs. But somebody who allows you to play. So you have to allow yourself to play and be magical and to create the world that you want to be in. You have to, like, so to me, this reading is telling you to get back into your bag and remember who you are. Even remember your childhood dreams. Like, go crazy and actually believe in yourself. You know, like, go crazy and actually, like, dream big and go after these things. And it's not like you haven't done it before, because even getting the 10 of Wands is stating that you are at the end of a cycle and you might be in denial. And it's a stage of development where you think you're receiving conflict from outside of you, but it's really your inner conflict that you need to resolve in order for you to move on with your life and live a different life and let go of these heavy ropes. Or they're ropes though, they're not chains. You can let it go, and it's all in your head. It's mostly in your head that where you get chopped away, and maybe there's some stuck energies too. So I would suggest like maybe some Reiki healing. Get yourself a personal reading. You can go to my website, AyaoftheDawn.com. I do readings. I also do long distance Reiki healing just for people like you. And so I would suggest that you handle it so that you can get on with your life. Why stay stuck longer than you must? You don't have to, you know? And if you don't get moving, you should ask yourself why. Like, you should ask yourself why, how is this benefiting me? Because whenever we don't like make a move to change, there's something in it that we're benefiting from, whether you want to admit it or not. Yeah. There's something in the suppression of your highest goals and dreams and aspirations that's benefiting you. And the sooner that you can admit it, the sooner that you can just kind of like let go and move on. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoyed doing these readings. And I will talk to you, Manifestor, next month for your November reading. Peace.